Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Say hello, gang.
Hello.
Hey, gang.
Yeah, very hot. Turn down. I always forget to do that every new setup. So, welcome everyone to tonight's wonderful adventure here amidst the jungle, the Overgrown Shrine of the Chaneque. Let's go ahead and meet our. We're playing Mausritter, a wonderful sword and whiskers role-playing adventure game. Super fantastic. This will be the second one I've ran. Built on Into the Odds, fantastic system in that. Super fun system there. Definitely check that out. And specifically, this adventure by Mana Ramp Matt, who's a big contributor to the system. Has lots of great adventure sites, modules, things out there. So this is a pretty new one that just came out, and looking forward to checking that out. So, but yes, let's now meet our mouse adventurers. Luna, say hello and tell us who you're playing today.
Hi. I am Luna, and I am playing Gwendolyn Winterholm, who is a message runner mouse. She's black with silky fur.
Very nice. And Wolf.
Hey everybody, I am Wolfie, and I will be running with Ambrose Deer Rider tonight, a vagabond of all things, with his gray and blue speckled fur, and his signature, I don't believe in ever doing the laundry, therefore you can smell me from a mile away clothes.
All right. Let's head down to Moth.
Hey, I'm going to be playing Bryn Seedball, a little marbled gray mouse, a street tough, and who does a lot of bow and arrow work.
All right, some range. Good to have that. Last but not least, Zed.
Hi, I'm Zed, and I will be playing Pick Rocktail, the ex-tin miner with a champion's heart. And a very scarred facade.
Awesome. Wonderful group. I think sounds like there's lots of personality there. So, let's dive right in. First, actually, let's touch on the system real quick. So, 3 stats, strength, dex, and will, as you all should see there in the character cards, the bottom middle of the screen. And this is a D20 system. We want to roll under to save. You're just pretty much, when you make a roll, it's a save. So there's not really like a check. You don't want to do saves generally. That means you're doing something with consequences. So it can be challenging. So these mice are going to have to be smart and ingenuitive to make sure that they avoid any difficult situations and get out of trouble if they find themselves there. So with that, we can begin. The 4 of you receive a summons from within the Mouse Kingdom, as they have received word, or they're trying to establish relations, diplomatic relations with the Axolotl Empire. The Axolotls, they are known for vast riches. They have very extensive trading ports. They're in their city of Atslan, which is in the center of a large lake. And it would benefit them greatly to have that relationship. And so the Mouse Kingdom has summoned the 4 of you to take on this diplomatic mission. There are some rumors that there is a little bit of trouble going on over in the Empire, and perhaps the 4 of you can help solve that, and that will be a way to create this bond between the two kingdoms, 2 cities. So, you make your trek towards Atslan and the Axolotl Empire, the metropolitan capital city, Atslan. built on an island, as I mentioned, in a massive lake. You see the large pyramid-esque buildings, towers, structures that they have, and as you arrive, heading across the lake there, you can see that there's just axolotls everywhere, of all sorts. You know, adults, children, warriors, townsfolk. And they definitely, you know, they're very welcoming, but they throw eyes your way as being outsiders. And a pair comes up to you. They're dressed in somewhat of a official-looking garb to greet you all. Welcome to Atzlan. What brings you to our part of the world?
Well, we're on something of a diplomatic mission. Just trying to, you know, shake hands, rub elbows, that sort of thing. You know.
We are here to help with whatever you might need. We're supposed to make introductions to from our kingdom to yours, and then we're here to help.
You're here on behalf of the Mouse Kingdom.
That is correct. Probably should have led with
Yep.
that. Yeah,
And,
sorry about that.
You know.
Completely
Yes.
ignoring personal space.
Oh, gosh.
Ambrose is just going to push to the front of the group, stand about this close to the ambassadors, definitely within scent range. We are here from the Mouse Kingdom, and we are here to make sure that you know that we're good people, just like we know that you're good people, and we can be
Okay.
good people together. Take us to your leader.
What? Oh, what?
I
yeah,
don't know
big-
if axolotls can actually smell in real life. So,
It
I'll say
doesn't
that's-
matter, they will now.
yeah, you can see that there's definitely a scowl across their faces as you approach, but they appreciate your forwardness and say, yes, we will take you to see the Emperor and see how you can help. We look forward to this potential relationship.
So do we. Will there be a buffet?
Oh, gosh.
Ah,
Always
We
something
can
with
see
this
what we
guy.
can arrange.
Excellent.
I thought off, guys.
And the pair leads you through the city up towards the temple where the Emperor resides. And once again, the town folk, there's much looking on to you all. You know, but just curious. You know, not really any ill glances coming your way. You eventually come forward and well, on the way there at least, going through the crowds, you hear murmurs here and there, and pick up a little bit. Oh, are these the ones here to help rescue the children?
oh boy.
Are these the ones here to fend off the rat bandits?
Rat bandits. Always the rats. It's always
I think
the
they're
rats.
here to stop the Chaneque.
I have a lot of problems.
Yeah, we seem to have our work cut out for us.
And in the meantime, Gwendolyn is just kind of standing behind everybody doing that, like, up on the hind legs, sniffing the air kind of thing. Like, what is the deal here? What is going on? And ears are twitching and everything. All of that.
There's nothing out of the ordinary here in the main city. It's bustling. There's, markets. You head through markets. There is, just people out and about, other axolotls out and about. But, when you do pass through a crowd here or there, you pick up these murmurings and whatnot. So, but eventually you do arrive to the temple, and make your way up towards the Emperor's residence. You're led out to a large chamber, and the two ambassadors that brought you up have you pause, and they head inside first for a moment. You're gonna hear a little bit of chatter, and then eventually they welcome you in to meet with the Emperor himself. You see older Axolotl sitting there on a large throne, covered in very fancy garments, cloak with fancy feathers, very bright, colorful. And he leans forward as you all approach. Oh, yes. You must be from the Mouse Kingdom. I am very honored to meet your presence.
Pick will give a little bow. You're like, very pleased to meet you as well, Your Majesty. What's the right title? I'm unfamiliar.
Emperor is fine.
Pleasure's all ours, Emperor. Let us introduce ourselves. I'm Bryn Seedball at your service. Look to everyone else.
Ambrose is going to push to the front again. He dips into a very deep bow. So deep, you're pretty certain that you just heard his pants rip. And I am Ambrose, dear writer. I am here to make sure that we are able to take care of this Chaneque that we've heard rumors about out in the streets.
Signing us up, huh?
I'm
So I just quick Googled, can Axolotl smell? Axolotls have a keen sense of smell. In fact, it's one of the primary ways of detecting prey and communicating with each other.
I love it.
So is this a bad time where I mentioned that I'm flourishing my hat from beneath my arm and towards him as I'm speaking?
You see the Emperor, like, on his face, you know, just you can see the movement of kind of the area around where his sensory organs would be, and but you're surprised that he doesn't seem to rear back from that. My fellow, it is quite an interesting aroma.
My clan calls it the ripening.
That's one word for it.
Well,
I
it is the
sense,
word for it, actually.
I sense years of adventures, years of great journeys amongst yourself.
Amazing adventures I've had. I'll be more than happy to tell you all about them. I heard there was a buffet.
He kind of deflects that and turns to the female mouse, looking for an introduction there, allowing an introduction there.
She is still kind of like looking all around and then like snaps her attention to him and is like, "Oh, I'm Gwendolyn." And she sticks her hand out very confidently.
He slowly lifts up his arm and returns the favor, shaking your hand.
Oh, I'm. Did I introduce myself? I can't remember. I'm Pick.
Good to meet you, Pick. So, I had received word that you all were arriving to discuss building a relationship between our cities, our kingdoms. Now,
Sir.
many throughout the world come to the Axolotl Empire seeking the same thing, as we have much to offer. We have vast resources and riches and great supply lines here in our location. So we can't just simply join up with anyone that comes around and that comes sniffing around. So, have you brought a token of goodwill or an offering?
They like kind of like look back at the others, like, did we bring something?
Yes. Yes, Emperor. Take this. I'm gonna immediately use my bric-a-brac.
It almost
one of-
sounded like a threat.
Take this.
Use
Take
my-
this.
Take this. This is one of our most finest of specimens in the mouse kingdom. Though I caution to be very careful. This is an ant queen to be used against any who may threaten your great empire.
He takes the offering there, a little jar, and you see him rotate it and inspect it. You know, imagine it's decent size,
Yeah.
and rotates, and you can see that there's some appreciation for that as well. Because I appreciate the offering very much. We'll have to see about introducing this into our own ecosystem, but thank you. We
thought
do
it
have quite a group of warriors, though, to defend. But perhaps this creature can assist in that in other ways. It'll be interesting to learn about.
I hope so.
On that note, however, we have been having some trouble lately. There's rumors, reports of some of our children seemingly being kidnapped. Many fear that the Chaneque have begun crossing over from their otherworldly realm and are involved in these kidnappings. Yes.
Quick question. The what now? The
I think you said
Chaneque.
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 And he begins describing, talking about the Chaneque, that essentially this legendary creature that you know, a fairy-like fae creature of their stories and things like that, and small sprite-like being, elemental force. The name Chaneque explains to have different meanings, such as those who inhabit dangerous places, owners of the house, but definitely a being that for them represents trouble. I would imagine that you all might have received a mixed greeting as you came into the city. There's also rumors that there's a group of rats that are involved with the Chaneque, involved in these kidnappings.
It's always the rats.
I have not, I do not have confirmation of this, but there are many stories, many reports, and if you can investigate and maybe recover some of these children that are supposedly gone missing, I think that would show that you are a willing ally to have with the Axolotl Empire.
We can track these things down. We will get those kids back for you, your royal eminence, And we'll do all of that as soon as we get something to eat.
I don't
He's
like
out.
to hunt on an empty stomach either, my friend. We shall.
Excellent. That sounds great.
Go for a bite myself. Yeah. Yep. Sounds like a
That
good
sounds
plan.
great.
Thinking about what Axolotl will eat, bloodworms and stuff, you know.
He claps his hands, and a bunch of servants come out and escort you all to another room in the temple there. And immediately, food just begins filling the tables for you all to feast, enjoy. And
Hey.
during the meal, a few other axolotls that seem to be certainly of their military come forward. Very decorated, though, likely an officer's status of the sort, and asks about any needs you may have on the journey that you're about to embark on. We have much we could potentially offer in the armory.
Well, I don't have any armor myself. Not really something that I was ever able to afford. If you're willing, I don't know if you have armor that can fit a mouse, but
I think we could get something to work out.
you have my thanks, good sir.
I too
The-
could go for a set of that armor, for I'd given mine away just the other day to a kind lad who was defending his own village. I felt that the best thing I could do was hand him my armor, and so I gave it right off of my back to him. As I'm stuffing some of the food directly into my pockets, I'm not even trying to hide it.
Nice.
As he begins to say, "Well, that is very honorable," and kind of just ends there. Well, once you finish your meals, you can come to the armory, and we will get you suited up before you head out. A few other patrons are there to join you, and just kind of make some small talk. So, different things like, you're here from the Mouse Kingdom. What are you doing here? Most of them didn't really get the full story from your previous conversation, and kind of reiterate some of those whispers and things you had heard before. So you're here to take out the rat bandits?
If there's rats that need to be taken out, we'll take them out. No problem at all.
Wait, you mean killed them, right? Not take them out, because the last time I tried to take a rat out, it didn't end well.
Yeah, no, I mean kill them, and he like picks up his hammer and kind of like hefts it a little bit. I was trying to be more what's the word? The euphemism?
Yeah. Settle, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean kill them with impunity.
Okay. I'm just making sure, because like I said, it didn't work out well, and I don't have any more of that salve left. So,
The axolotls nearby are just eyeing. The other ones in here, with their strong sense of smell, do not appreciate it the same as the Emperor has.
There's just a gap in the table.
Yeah. Ambrose just has free reign of everything because no one else is trying to get at it. So you finish up your meals and are then led by this officer to the armory to grab some extra supplies. For anyone that wants it, would like it, is able to outfit you with basic armor. You all can grab that.
Oh.
Potentially will come in hand, especially for,
That's the light armor, right?
yeah. I think it's just the. Oh yeah, light. Yep.
Yep.
2 slots will
Perfect.
prevent 1 damage. I don't
Um,
think that.
does that have to go on your?
Yeah, I'm sort of
worn?
out of luck here.
What's that?
Does it have to go on like the worn? Oh.
So it's 1 offhand and then 1 body slot, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, trade-off. You have to,
Hmm.
or just not use it, and
Interesting.
so our viewers cannot see this because we're just not showing the things. But Mausritter has an amazing little item system. It uses little like grids. So for your mouse, you have 2 slots for your basically your hands, your paws, main paw, off paw, and then you have 2 body slots, and then you have your inventory. So what we're dealing with right now is that armor takes up 2 slots, and specifically a paw and then a body slot. So you have to decide how you utilize this. I assume that pick you're dealing with something where maybe you had 2 weapons.
I had a warhammer.
Oh, and that's a two-handed.
It's a
Yeah.
two-handed weapon.
So there's a two-handed weapon there. So
But-
cannot, unfortunately.
That's okay. He'll use his pick.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Bryn
Appropriate.
has a bow, which the way that like bows work is they take up like the full bows take up both paw slots, and then also you have to dedicate one of your body slots to arrows. So yeah, which makes sense because you don't see a bunch of heavily armored folks hanging out. But, yeah.
All right. So with that, you are all geared up as needed and can be led out to the towards the temple. Wolf, no, it can't be rotated because it would be, yeah, the way that it shows. Yep. So. All right.
Oh, the shield's a button. That's so cute.
I know, it's
God
super
damn
cute.
it.
It is really cute.
Ah, this menacing, scarred body, banded blue coat, mouse, with just like a pickaxe and then a little button as a shield.
Fantastic.
Let's go!
On your way out, you head out to the edge of the city, and the guards, are taking to point you towards where the shrine is, and where the start of this activity has, supposedly been happening. But before you leave the city, an Axolotl runs up to you. He has a kind of like a poncho, a decorated poncho that he wears, and you can see he's got little satchels and pouches all over himself. And you recognize right away that, and he's holding even in a hand almost a bouquet, but like a group of looks to be mushrooms. And he comes up and he says, hello, visitors from off-world. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I am so well. I am Axolotl.
Oh,
I'm an alchemist here in the Axolotl Empire. Are you heading off towards the shrine?
yes, indeed.
We
We're
are.
in search of your young.
Oh, I've heard of these terrible tales of these bandits taking the young children. Tales of the Chaneque. Well, I haven't been able to travel myself, but I'd be very interested in some more mushrooms. There's some very, very potent varieties deep there within the jungles. And if you'd be able to find them, I'd be willing to pay.
These
Keep my eye out.
mushrooms look like the ones you have there.
Oh yes, similar. Yes, there's other varieties as well. Not too picky.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we can look for some mushrooms.
Happy to keep an eye out.
Let's see if our audience is awake. Chat, can somebody please roll me an exclamation point D8?
Oh, good.
Take the
It's in
first
their
one,
hands.
exclamation point D8.
Yep.
Yay.
Oh, chat.
Roll
We're so
correctly.
gonna
I
die.
don't know what is good. So roll
Big
the
money.
thing that
Yeah.
you should roll.
High is good. High is good here. So.
Roll an
That's
8.
good.
There we go. Avery Haven with a 5, so just
That's-
above average. That's good, or is average. And I do not know how to pronounce his name. Axolotl
Good, close enough.
turns in. He says, "Yes, if for the mushrooms that you bring back, I will gladly pay you 50 pips for each mushroom."
Yeah, we can look for some mushrooms. Yeah, for sure.
I would be
More
happy to help
mushrooms.
look for mushrooms.
More mushrooms than you'll know what to do with. The good ones too. Don't worry about it.
Yep. For
Really,
you
and just to
see-
make sure we get the right ones for you. And Ambrose reaches forward and grabs one out of his hand.
Oh my
Let me
gosh.
smell this real fast and make sure. And I just step back while everybody continues talking and I'm sniffing the mushroom.
Manners are impeccable, Ambrose.
Are you
He's
what are you do? Are you eating that, or are you?
Oh,
Gosh.
God.
Oh no, I've just walked behind
Okay.
everybody.
Okay.
I've just got the mushroom.
Poison himself.
Or
He
gets
kinda-
super high.
Yeah, he kind of just he says, yes, please, actually, you can take that.
Oh, excellent. Yep. Take what though?
Oh gosh.
If you
I love magic.
if you digest
trick.
this mushroom, it will provide a point of healing as needed. So the one mushroom you can pop and give you back a point of health if needed. But Axolotl, he says, you see that he's very excited that you all are super eager to head in and go after these mushrooms. Well, I look forward to what you bring back.
Yeah,
Best of
we
luck
look
in your
forward-
search.
Thank you. We look forward to 50 pips.
And with that, the guards continue to head out, and you get towards the edge of the city there, and the jungle immediately is right there. It's almost like a wall, and there's a little trail that is somewhat pressed through and then leads, and they point out, and when you were up on the temple looking out, you could see that over in the jungle there is a little bit of look like an opening there deep. It says that's where you're going to be heading towards the shrine. They said it's going to be a long trek through that, towards that at least. You begin your journey. Can I have chat please roll me a D6, exclamation point D6.
Is it warm out here to anyone else? Ugh.
Feels like I'm swimming, standing up.
Ugh.
You know,
Prefer
I
more
heard-
temperate climates.
Yeah, I heard dry heat is where it's at. They always
Yeah,
talk
yep.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
Dry heat this, dry heat that.
All right, Emily has rolled, and a 3. Okay. Your journey begins, and it seems fine. It does not seem that there's any issue other than the heat, the stickiness. Probably not the favorite for the 4 of you mice here in the jungle, but you get and you trek on and on and on, and eventually you get to that opening, and you see the shrine that lives up to its name, the Overgrown Shrine. This sacred shrine of the Chaneque, covered in greenery, shrubbery, vines, with a menacing-looking face that's carved on the side of it. It just kind of stares out, and
Is it an axolotl face or like what kind of animal face is
no,
it?
it's more like just like a demon face. It's real large, like teeth and eyes with jagged horns.
Well, that's not intimidating at all.
Rats and demons? Wow, we're seeing a whole spectrum here.
Right?
Gonna be a good time, or we're all gonna die.
Or both.
At the
Here for a good
base,
time, not a long time.
at the base of the shrine, as you approach, you do see a white object that, upon closer look, is a skull of a snake. It just sits there.
I hate snakes.
And it
Relative
looks
to
like
us.
there's a little bit of a trail, or there's something that does. It looks like it's an entryway.
Like the skull of the snake is like open as an entryway.
Yes.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Perfect.
Not at all. No.
Anyone feel a little bit weird about walking through a snake skull?
Would not be the first time.
What?
What?
I have
Sometimes-
questions.
Sometimes you gotta go inside to get back outside.
I don't want to know how that works.
That's
Neither do
not a
I.
thing. I've
That-
been a lot of places. That's not a thing.
I want to tell myself this is just a tall tale and move on.
That's probably for the best. Let's go. He'll get his pick ready. And then
Gwendolyn, you look pretty lithe. You should go first and scout.
Yeah,
You all are wimps, and she's just gonna charge ahead.
I have a bow. What do you want from me?
I was ready to go. All right. Just everyone, like, keep quiet. And let's go.
There you go.
Follow Gwendolyn.
Now you're thinking with portals. All right, let's go.
You.
As Gwendolyn goes forward, I'm just going to shout out, "How's it look up there?"
Can I get another D6 in chat, please?
I'm not liking these.
And while
Exclamation
we wait for
point
chat
D6.
while we wait for Chad to answer, Gwendolyn's gonna turn around to Ambrose and be like, "Shh." Very dramatically too, to make her point.
You sound like my pants.
Oh,
Emily has rolled, and we have a 6.
Emily, I swear, if you killed us.
The call from Ambrose at the back echoes loudly within the skull of the snake, and it continues deeper into the chamber here that you're entering, and then almost seems to bounce backwards as well as it hits something and reflected back. And you stop and listen and wait. Luckily, it seems there's nothing in return at this point.
Let's out a big sigh of relief after, holding his breath for almost a minute. And it's like, okay, from here on out, quietly.
You continue through the snake skull into the base of this shrine. And the dark hallway opens up a little bit into what you would assume to be a gathering room. It's empty. There is crude furniture made out of debris and jungle flora scattered about. Still, the heavy humidity and senses of the jungle fill this room.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah,
You look
can say
around
that
and
again.
you do see signs of
Got a
residency
bad
here.
feeling about this.
Okay, I wasn't serious.
Okay. A recent residency, you say? Or just residency period?
Definitely period, but yeah, recent enough.
Hmm.
Like, what are we talking here? Like blankets and beds and stuff?
I think you said furniture.
Furniture?
Yeah, there's furniture here. It seems more of like a gathering room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that kind of. Yeah. I understand.
But
Size.
just some crumbs and things, and you can just tell from the tracks and whatnot that
Sized for like the tracks are. What sort of tracks?
they look similar to, it's probably similar to your own.
A little bigger, maybe.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yep.
All right. Rats.
What's wrong?
No, there's rats.
Oh,
Bet my life on it.
I hope you don't have to.
Seems like a safe bet.
Something in the corner catches one of your eyes. There in the floor of the room. A bit of yellow kind of sits out of the dirt there. Small, something fit in both of your hands.
I mean, heck, I'll go take a look.
You head over there, and as you grab at that, Bryn, you recognize that immediately as a small kernel of corn.
Guys, there's corn.
Just a single kernel.
There's corn singular. All right.
I like mutter under my breath. I'm like, don't let Ambrose see that.
Save this one for later.
Why are you guys thinking about food? We just ate.
No, Ambrose just ate.
Right.
Very important to keep your strength up now. Did you say there was corn?
Nope.
No, it must have been something else. I don't know.
I definitively heard you say corn.
Like, like the band, The K.
Yep, that's Mausritter canon now. Perfect.
Well, all I can say is, and Ambrose finally walks into the room.
What are you doing out there anyway?
Well, I see that no one has died yet. Is there any more of that, by the way?
Death?
Actually, I should check that out real quick. It just reaches towards Bryn. I'm reaching for. No. I just want to make sure it's okay.
I'm
It's
watching.
perfectly fine.
Is there another exit to this room?
Yes, so it just one more that kind of leads deeper into
I'm watching
the
that.
temple. Okay.
Down that way for now.
Yeah.
Fine. If you really want the corn, I'm not gonna start a fight over it. I just didn't want you to be munching
that's
on
good.
it while
He
we're
just grabs the kernel.
walking around here. Yeah, there you go. It's all you, bud.
Start wandering back towards the way we came in.
Oh my god.
No, we're
Hold
going
on. No,
this way, Ambrose. This way.
Yes, I know. You're fine. You're doing a great job. Grand, in fact. You should be putting your all of your skills on presentation here. Go forth and show us how good you are as the scout.
Maybe it's good that he's not going first, because they
We'd
might
all be
smell
dead.
him,
Yeah, then.
or they
knows?
might all pass out and let us walk straight through.
Oh,
Who
that's
knows?
true.
That's
That's
that seems like a plan like Z sort of thing. Like that'll
Yeah.
be our last resort.
Okay, onward.
After discovery of this little kernel and this evidence of something here, you head deeper in to this temple here, and you come to a large opening in the other side here, and you see a small string tied to a post here on the side, and as you follow that across, it attaches to the other side. Over top, a very deep, dark canyon.
Is it just like tied to the top, or is there like, does it look like maybe it's holding something up that we can't see?
It seems that it's just tied. It definitely seems bridge-esque.
Alrighty then, I guess.
Yeah, I got nothing for this. Let's just. There's no other way.
Pick. Are you leading the way?
No.
Or just you came into the room first? I mean.
I think it was Gwendolyn.
I
Right?
think it was me.
Gwendolyn's
yeah.
our scout.
Okay.
Go first. if I
Gwendolyn, as you come in and you look across and you're given an eye on everything as well, you pick up movement on the opposite side of the little cavern here. 'Cause it's darker on that side, and but you pick up some movement. It looks like a rat.
I'm gonna
Just kind of on the other side, just kind of at post.
Hanging out.
I'm gonna
chilling.
kind of like turn, and half turn and like shush everybody behind me. And somehow try to indicate with my paws that there's a rat up ahead.
There's a,
I'm
what?
like, over there.
We all see him.
Point it once she points it out. Yes.
Okay. Like, how far can I throw my pick?
Oh my god. Guys, I don't think we can. I got a bow, but he's a runner.
It's a runner. What?
I mean, you haven't fought rats before? They run. That's what they
No, but
do.
Yeah, but when you stick an arrow in them, they stop running. That's the trick. You put the arrow in the rat.
Maybe.
Is there any way else around?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
It doesn't seem so. The canyon it just eventually just goes into darkness. It's super hard to tell if there's any, if there's even a bottom in it.
Anyone have any rope?
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
Rope.
Like,
I think we're just gonna have to go for the obvious here. Just go for it.
Well,
you might have to.
I think we've got two choices here. Either we throw Gwendolyn across, and she takes out the rat,
Not loving that idea.
Not a big fan
Or-
of that plan.
or we go home.
Those are the two options. Yes.
Those are the
Those
two
ones.
options I've got right now.
I'm sorry. You said there was a rope that was like attached.
Yes, there's a thin string that is attached to just sturdy like rock or post or something on each side.
Okay.
Definitely
Yeah.
traversable.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting we're mice.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, not smart enough to sit here and twiddle my thumbs forever. I'll go for it.
You
All
gonna
right, so
cross or
you're
you
gonna
shoot it?
head across.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume attempting to be stealthy for that.
I'm trying my best, but I think I ultimately I'm prioritizing not falling over to being stealthy.
Okay. So then I'll let you. I mean, your stats, it's kind of the same either way.
Yeah.
But,
No.
so speed or stealth here.
I'll say stealth. Try it here.
Okay, so give me a dex roll.
Okay.
What do you have to roll under?
An 8, and that's not an 8.
Oh
man.
no.
I have an 8 for everything. So
All right, so
I'm just
yes,
trying to move us along
first
here.
roll has to roll under. Unfortunately, a 14 is a failure, and you get out and you begin going across the line. Doing the underhand shuffle there, thinking that maybe that's going to be a little quieter. Especially, it's easier to pull across that way anyway because of the tension of the rope. And you're trying to be quiet, but you're thinking too much about getting over there as fast as possible. And your motion causes enough of a stir that the rest of you, keeping an eye across the cavern, see the rat look up and notice that something is going on. Bryn, you just keep going?
Yeah, I mean, if he knows now, yeah, what am I gonna do?
I'm gonna start going across as well.
So, Bryn, you get over to the side and you pop up and you see that the rat is basically there waiting for you with a club, just kind of waiting for you to pop up in a defensive stance.
Hey, bud.
So, Humor, remind me again. Initiative rolls again, or is it just you first? I forget. Only when surprised, right?
Yeah, so it's usually you first if it's surprise, but otherwise initiative rolls. Yeah, you do.
It is dex rolls.
Dex
Yep.
save, actually.
Okay.
It's a dex save, and yeah, if you win it, you act first, and if you don't, you act after the monster.
That's right. The enemy doesn't make it. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make another dex save to see
Hey.
if you can
You got this, buddy.
beat the rats.
Listen, someone had to.
Hey!
Let's go.
Nice. All right. So
Shoot him.
the rest of you can begin coming over. So it'll say it's going to take a turn for each of you to make your way over there.
Okay.
Is the rat in bow range from this side of the chasm?
I will say at a disadvantage. Yes, but at disadvantage.
Okay.
How does that work
so-
if attacks auto hit?
It is
I guess I should read the rules. huh?
It downgrades.
the damage
The
is what it is. So the damage goes to
Oh,
a
so it's
D4.
the attack is impaired. I
There
see.
you go. Yes,
exactly.
impaired. Yep. Yep.
So you're-
Gotcha.
And that's just automatically D4. So, yeah. All right. So, Bryn, you climb across and make a little bit too much noise, and the rat, grumbles and who's that? And you pop up, and luckily you're able to just nimbly pop up, and you kind of roll around and behind the rat, seeing that he's got the club coming down to try and whack you, but you're able to get around that. As the rest of the group begins coming over. So Pick, you said you were on your way?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So first, Bryn, what are you doing?
Hey. Yeah. So I've sort of popped up next to this rat, huh? I'm going to. I guess. I want to make sure that he's not going to impair everyone else trying to get over. So I think I'm going to try to, distract him, right? So I'll get off where I am right now and just try and, go around and, turn his attention towards me. Sucks, but,
I mean, he does focus on you, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then doing anything else? Making any attack or?
Yeah. I guess I'll, try and sort of run around him to, spin him towards me, basically.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, I'll try and get him with a bow. So yeah, you see Bryn just take an arrow from the quiver and draw back and see if they can do some damage here. Excuse me. Doesn't want to. It's being a little bit whack. Let's see here. Ah, there it is. All right. Well, here we are.
Okay. So. You are able to hit the rat, and he lets out a cry, a loud cry, as the arrow pierces, and he rears back in pain at that. But
Kill
he
him
still
quieter.
is up and looks very frustrated at this point. Anything else?
Nope. Just gonna, try and keep his attention on me, as unwise as that is.
All right. So the rat is going to close its distance on you, assuming you had some distance, obviously, to let the arrow fly. Close the distance and come down with a club and hit at you.
Hey, how many hit points you got?
One. I
One.
got terrible rolls. Yeah.
No.
All right. So
I'm telling you.
5 points of damage as this heavy club comes down and whacks you. Just fills you with intense pain. So that takes you down your hit points, and then the rest will go towards your strength.
Yep. And I gotta make a strength save.
Yep, strength save.
Strength save
Yeah, I
after
know.
you.
Okay.
Oh man.
It's to withstand basically taking
And
damage.
so now you get an injury, right? Or injured condition.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
injured and also unconscious.
Yes.
Oh no.
No.
The rest of you see as the rat just clunk comes down and Bryn just falls. And then the rat turns back around just in time for Pick to pop up and come out. So, Pick, you are right there at the edge.
Told you I couldn't be in
who's
front.
coming next? Who's coming up next behind Pick?
Not me. I'm staying on the other side of the chasm,
Okay.
loosing
Gwendolyn,
an
were
arrow
you,
at the side.
were you going along too? Or are you staying behind for now?
I'm probably gonna be going along, so
Okay.
yeah.
So as soon as Pick pops up, you're able to hop down and begin your trek over as well, taking a full turn to get across there. Pick, you're up.
Okay, I got my little pickaxe. I'm gonna hit this guy.
Okay.
How do you roll? Did you just click on the weapon?
Click on the name
the
of the
name.
weapon.
Name.
Yep.
Nice. I'm actually gonna strafe around a little bit to give Gwendolyn some room to come up, and then I'm gonna hit him.
All right. So you rush forward and swipe with your pickaxe in piercing into the rat. Lets out another cry with that, and that you can tell hurts him significantly.
Just stay down, or I'm gonna have to do it again.
That was 4 total. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And he will make a strength save. All right. The rats. Unfortunately, the blows from the pickaxe is too much, and he falls to the ground, injured himself as well, knocked out.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow into him from across the chasm.
Okay. Certainly can do that. Gwendolyn, you're able to pop up, and you see that Pick has taken out the rat here. Bryn lying a little bit further ahead, injured.
Wait. Hey,
Ambrose, go ahead and roll a d4 for that.
Excuse me.
And away we go.
Okay. Gwendolyn, you pop up from the rope, and then you see her just turn. You're like, what? You see this arrow that kind of just stuck in the rat's arm, just barely. It just lofted over though, and then you just immediately turn back to the other side of the cavern as Ambrose is there, has just released his bow.
You could have hit me.
Yeah, but I got him instead. And
You
he's
could
down.
have hit me.
You don't have to worry about him now. I got him.
Be quiet.
I
Ambrose,
took him down. What?
do you still have that mushroom?
What mushroom?
I'm pretty sure Bryn's dying over here. He needs a little help. Bring the mushroom.
He'll be fine. Just pick him up.
Picks him up a little bit, and he's just completely limp.
Yeah. Just
Bryn,
drooping,
Bryn,
drooling
wake
a
up.
little bit.
Wake up, buddy.
You look down at Bryn, and they're just struggling. You can tell they're in a pretty bad spot and need some attention.
Bring the fucking mushroom.
Touch
Like
the
trying to, like-
bruise. Touch the bruise. Is there any crunching under the bruise?
Feels like a bruise. I don't know. I'm not a
Then it's
doctor.
only a flesh wound. He'll be fine.
He's dying.
I'm gonna start making my way across the bridge towards the other side of the chasm.
You slowly move across, last one to head over and pop up, joining the rest of them.
I walk over to the rat and pull my arrow out of his arm. Give him a little kick in the kidney. And that's how you take care of rats. I had to take care of rats so many times before. This was so easy.
The mushroom.
What mushroom?
The one you took from the alchemist.
I gave it back to him.
Don't believe you.
It wasn't my mushroom. I gave it back to the alchemist. I gave it back to Antanhati.
It's
Friends just seeing their life flash before their eyes. I remember 3 months ago when I was a child.
oh God. Oh.
Mice don't live long.
No, they don't.
Roll
Ambrose.
to save against bread. What?
I need you to be honest with me. Look directly into my eyes. Do you still have the mushroom?
Which mushroom? I've had a lot of mushrooms today. And he pulls out a wad of sauteed mushrooms that came off of the buffet.
Yeah. I don't know how to help. This is not something I've had to deal with before. I don't know how to help him.
Help him! Here. I know how to make people better. I've done it a lot.
You head over and you try to offer some general treatment, but you see that you're gonna need something else to kind of bring Bryn back.
I
So-
literally don't have anything.
Gwendolyn, what about you? You're the scout. You carry scouty things, don't you?
I start like digging through my bag. I'm like, I have a torch and I have some food and I pull out my little piece of bric-a-brac. I'm like, I have this opal in a wire setting.
Hey, I have one of those too. That's wild.
Crazy.
Pretty sure it doesn't
That's
help
it.
in
That's
this
all I got.
situation, though.
I'm gonna start going through Doomer's pockets and see what they're
He's
carrying
not
on
dead
them.
yet.
Not dead yet.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bow, a dagger, arrows, torches. There's a whistle, some rations, and an injured condition. Oh, that's
And
for
an
me.
injured-
Sorry.
God damn
Would
it.
you look at this? Would you look at this? He was holding out on us as Ambrose pulls a mushroom out of Doomer's pocket. He had one of these all along.
That's great. Feed it to him. He's dying.
How? So Ambrose reaches up, grabs their lower jaw, and starts moving it up and down as he gets the mushroom closer and closer to it. Is this how you chew? I'm used to doing this myself.
Right.
And just shoves it into their mouth and just like, is that it?
As you crumble and feed the mushroom to the fallen mouse, you sit and wait. And then eventually it seems that it does what the alchemist told you it would do, and you can see the life come back into Bryn.
Okay. Welcome back. How do you feel?
About as good as I can. Man, how long was I out for?
No time at all.
Oh, okay.
You're fine. I have a question though. Why were you withholding 50 pips from the rest of us?
50 pips.
The mushroom that you had.
I didn't have a mushroom.
Well, I just saved your life with it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, unless I'm really.
Well, whatever.
I
And
haven't taken a shower in a little bit, and it's pretty humid. So I don't know where you got that from, but
you know what? That's a train of thought best not pursued.
okay.
Let's continue. Can you stand? You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
You, with the rat taken out, and you feel comfortable that it didn't sound much of an alarm, but with Bryn's, rough condition here, you think you may have an opportunity to sit and rest for a little bit, as they
Maybe 10
might need
minutes.
it. Yeah. Or you can press on.
Yeah, the rests. How one of them says it takes a turn. Is that a combat turn?
So it's about 10 minutes
Okay.
in the game. Yeah.
Okay, a turn. Gotcha.
They're exploration turns. Every time
Yeah.
you do something notable or interesting,
Okay.
that's one turn.
Cool. Yeah, so let's do that.
but that give me enough time to search through the rat's pockets.
Absolutely.
Excellent. And then push his body off the edge of the chasm.
Yes.
You
help
find a
with
couple
that.
more kernels of corn
Yes.
as well.
Wow. I didn't need to roll, but here I am.
Oh yeah, you couldn't come back. Yeah, but you are still down on your strength, right? That's reduced.
Well,
yeah.
So, short rest, you get a d6 plus 1
Of
hit points
HP.
back.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
strength stays.
But
'cause
strength,
Oh
Yeah.
no.
That's a long rest type thing. Full rest. Yeah.
long rest, or a spell,
Yeah.
something like that. So-
Chat. Somebody in chat, give me a D6, please! Exclamation point D6. Ambrose pushes the rat body, slides across the top of this, and then tumbles in. It seems to fall for a while before you hear that thud at the bottom.
A 2.
All right, can I have somebody else roll me another D6, please? I need one more D6 in the chat.
Can we also get 3 to 5 Fs in the chat for Brent's condition?
For all of my broken bones.
As you move forward, as well, as you look to move forward, it does get very. It's very dark in the tunnel ahead.
Well, I can't very well hold on to a torch and my bow.
But you do see flickers of light that seem to pass at the end of where the hallway seems to open. Two or three, these glows of light seem to kind of pass as if somebody is marching, walking by.
That's what
Not
I
like
saw.
coming
at the end
towards
of the
us,
tunnel.
though.
Not towards you, no, but just
Is that familiar to you, Brent?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hmm.
I say that body thudded rather than splatted. It may have landed on something.
Oh, like bat poop.
who else has torches?
I
do.
have a lantern as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everyone starts with torches, but
Okay. All right.
The issue
Well,
is
at this
having your
point,
pants.
you would
Yeah.
likely need to
I will
utilize those.
Now, this isn't the kind of thing where I could light the lantern and then hang it from my armor, is it? Do I have to have it
Don't
in a
think so.
hand to work?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
if
Switch
you,
my...
yeah, do you have the armor as well? Because otherwise,
I do.
can. Okay, I'll cough it up, and I will, at least for now, put my bow in my pack and switch to my dagger and a torch.
Okay.
I have torches also, so.
Yeah, the issue is that like with the bow, I was like,
But I also have a free hand.
oh, okay.
Oh,
Then
that's-
if you don't
that's
mind doing
super
that,
helpful.
No, I don't mind.
Excellent.
okay.
Teamwork.
Yay.
Team.
What's
Heck,
going
could you Could you carry that lantern with your tail, perhaps?
What kind of dexterity do you think we got here?
Could probably tie it around it and drag it on the ground, but like,
Setting the
Be-
ground on fire behind us.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it must be Tuesday.
All right, pressing on.
I
As
hope.
soon as we're rested,
Okay.
as
Yeah,
much as we can be.
the time passes. In the far distance, you do see those glows of lights kind of flicker a few times. But then,
Get
as you
close.
rested up and ready to head forward, you move through and continue your way forward down a dark passageway as the light flickers from your torch and lanterns, and eventually opens up into a large room. You look around and the light spills out, and it's very tall, and there's a large dome. Colorful reliefs surrounding the entire room, painted of these figures that you would recognize from all over the structures and whatnot in the city, in the Empire. These warriors, they look like. Painted, colorful, all faded now. At one point, probably pretty colorful. And yes, so I think, Ambrose and Pick, roll a d6 for your weapon
Below.
usage.
Oh, that's right. For usage.
Yeah. So if you have arrows as well, that's the
No!
same thing. It's just a usage. Oh no, it's just one.
Yep,
You're
one,
all good.
One thing of usage. So
Yep.
and then Ambrose, you as well. You're good. Is it you went over and you grabbed your arrow? So
Hey.
yeah.
All right.
Well, all right. As we continue on. Let's
I
see.
assume, just a rules question. I assume when we use something like a torch or eat a ration, we also mark usage without rolling.
Deep after number of like adventuring turns. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then for rations, yeah, I think it's just
Per day.
like per like day. Yeah. I think there's a thing in there,
Mhm.
or I guess long
Cool.
rest or whatever.
The carvings and the reliefs on the wall, they also do look like they maybe tell a story. Different scenes of maybe a battle and things like that. You look about. They all seem to, on the sides, they kind of center in towards this one central piece that depicts this large serpent-like winged creature that towers over everything else. And at the base of that relief is these warriors that are depicted that seem to be paying respect, paying homage to this creature.
They have flying snakes down here. Did you know that?
No.
How much are we being paid for this?
We're being paid in peace between our peoples.
Is that really worth flying snakes?
We're also getting 50 pips per mushroom or something like
Not
that.
if we have to keep shoving them down the necks of our people that can't avoid a stick.
All right.
All right. Wow. I see
Harsh,
how-
man. Harsh.
The story being told in here, is it like one cohesive story, or is there like multiple different little chapters or whatever?
Yeah, it
Saga.
feels more chapters.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said it all points to this like flying snake creature.
Yes, this one is definitely the centerpiece. Certainly. It almost looks like a story of, there are different stories of, the battles and fights that who these warriors represent are entailed in. Maybe a story of creation as well. You see that looks like there's, looks like there's the warriors or the people depicted at the base of this flying serpent creature are having an offering, and it's very faded, but you can see a tinge of a yellow colored
Kernel.
yes, offering there.
Ah, okay.
Do one of us that that isn't Ambrose have a kernel of corn? Because I feel like we're not
I think
wanna
Ambrose
hang
has
on to it.
all of the kernels of corn right now.
Well, lovely.
Ambrose, go offer one of your kernels to the snake statue.
Don't you gaslight us?
What's a statue going to do with a kernel of corn?
I don't know.
Just-
That's why I
Hey.
said go find out.
Worst comes to worst, you pick that sucker right back up, right? I mean, bam.
Good point. Cost you nothing to test the theory.
Mm-hmm.
So you want me to take one of these kernels that I have right here
Mhm.
and give it to the statue
Yeah.
Yeah.
with my hand?
If you won't do it, I'll do it. I don't care.
It's just-
Now,
it's-
hold on.
Here.
No. I'll do it.
Okay.
I'd hate for you
No.
to get hit by a.
No, they offered.
No.
You head over to this engraving, this relief on the wall, and hand within your paw the kernel out towards it, waiting in anticipation, and nothing seems to happen.
Well, it was worth a shot, right?
Yes, Brendan, now bring it back.
It's not gonna.
Okay,
it's not gonna
so-
go anywhere.
What exactly what exactly are the figures that are they're like offering the corn to this
Yes.
creature? Okay.
They just look similar to these other depiction of Axolotl warriors and,
Okay.
and citizens that you saw here in this room, and then there's plenty of like statues and carvings and things back in the city as well. These ones you can tell obviously come with a much more ancient nature.
Mm-hmm. Is it this snake relief? Does it have like a physical head that is like outside of the...
No.
Okay, it's just a picture. Okay.
Carving on the wall.
Okay. Interesting. There's not like another way out of here, is there?
There are very
Okay.
large room, and there's so you came in. We'll say you came in like the south, and then there's hallways or exits towards both the left and right.
Well, it kind of looked like maybe there was some movement going. When we saw those flickers, like at the end of the tunnel, were they going from left to right or right to left?
A combination of both, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we may have some rat visitors fairly soon, or something worse.
May I make a suggestion?
By all means.
How about if you go first this time and Brendan doesn't leave with his face? With their face. That's all I'm asking right now.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Listen, we couldn't just stand there forever.
That is also true. Sure.
I'm not one to love to be reckless, but if you're just standing there, I'm not gonna.
Something had to be done.
Whatever. Yeah, it's not my proudest moment, but
Well, I should hope not. All you managed to do was run around it.
Mm-hmm.
You did shoot it with the arrow. I give you that much. You did that
You
much.
like that? It's pretty cool, huh?
And then though, your face
My
was
face.
in the path of the club.
Mm-hmm. I've been
And
trying to
your
work on
face
that.
should not be in the path of the club.
Yeah,
Solid advice.
I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we set up an ambush in this room. Because they seem to how like during our 10-minute little break there, how many times did
Say like a few times, 3 times.
three
So,
times? So
yeah.
they're probably, if they keep a schedule, they're probably about here now. So let's get real quiet. Post up by each one of these doors. And then when the rats come in, we take them, we kill them. We kill them.
All right.
This
I
is
like
akin, correct?
What? Sorry.
This is akin to taking them out.
Yeah, but like in the way that we meant when we said we would kill them.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm good with this. And you're up front, right?
Well, I'll be up front by one of the doors. Is anyone else good at like stabbing things?
Pull out my sling. Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I have an extra dagger lying around if someone wants it. I offer, but given the present circumstances, yeah.
Well, okay. So I can stab things. You all stab and or hit things from a distance. So maybe you just I'll pick a door to be by. We got a 50-50 shot, you know.
Yeah. To be at the very least, out of character, right? Anyone can really pick up whatever.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true.
Just saying, if that is a thing, you know. But yeah, Bryn's not particularly willing to go up and start stabbing stuff.
Yeah, that's probably not a good plan.
Ambrose is going to start looking for a sniper's perch.
But it's gonna be
I do-
dark.
Yeah. So I guess Todd, the idea is that we're gonna try and lure them over here.
Yeah. So it is a very large room. Assuming you're dousing your light sources, you're very easily able to kind of slink into some of the shadows in some of the edges of the room, and
And I will pick the left door.
left door.
Yes. We'll pick the
Okay.
left door to crouch beside and just wait.
All right. And you're so it's like a doorway.
Right. I'm
Okay.
gonna be around the corner,
Okay. For
like-
them to come out.
like posted up on the side, just waiting for them.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna let them go by, and then I'm gonna take the pick and I'm gonna take them out.
Okay. So you sit. Are you waiting for them to come in, or
Yeah, I want
come
want
in from the room?
the rest of the team to also be able to hurt
Yeah.
them.
So you sit and wait as well. Ambrose and Gwendolyn, you're also taking kind of flanking positions from a distance. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Bryn, you are doing the same from a distance.
Yeah, probably not too far. I don't want to get any disadvantaged or whatever
Okay.
impaired.
It's not that big
Yeah.
of a room. Not
Yeah,
that big
I
for that,
figured.
but yeah. All right. So you sit and wait, dousing the light, and the room gets very, very dark. And you wait, you wait. And then eventually, there is a flicker of a light and a murmuring chatter. Unfortunately, coming from the other doorway, the other
Damn
side.
it.
But you do see them coming forward, and the three rats appear into the room. So, I will say that you all still have surprise for the most part. I'll say, Pick, you don't. They
Yeah.
see you. They come in, and they see you, and they're, huh, what? And they kind of like, not running, but they hurriedly kind of come in, on alert. But the
Yep.
three rest of you do have surprise. So, let's go with Gwendolyn first. What are you doing?
I think at this point, I Yeah, since all I have is my sling for a weapon, I'm probably gonna try to
make an attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm probably gonna try to attack in the hopes that 1, it'll do some damage, and 2, that it will get them to, you know, I don't know, go somewhere.
All right, go ahead and roll damage for your sling.
No, it didn't. What the heck? Roll. Oh, 2.
All right, 2 points. Okay. So, the sling comes out, and one of the rats takes a hit with small rock in the back of its head. Not expecting that, looks around, and they're all on alert, and they start looking around, but still not identifying where these attacks are coming from. Ambrose, you're up.
Was I able to see which one Gwendolyn hit with the rock?
Yes, given the reaction. We'll say the lead one, the first one that kind of came out.
I am going to line up a shot and try to put this thing into the rat's knee,
Okay,
if at all possible.
take a shot.
Taking a shot. Taking a shot. And,
All right.
wow, yeah, we're keeping it consistent.
An arrow comes in and does hit the rat in the leg. Unfortunately, he's still holding up and is not having... They don't need to save until the HP's done, right?
Yeah.
Moss?
So,
yeah, okay,
and-
yep.
Until
So-
it actually dips into the strength damage as well.
Anyway, right.
Yeah.
You can tell that this rat is in massive pain, but still is holding up despite an arrow to the knee. And
Classic.
that comes around to Bryn.
Action economy. I'm gonna try and get that guy. With my bow.
Nice. Very nice. All right, so...
Try
Okay.
making that one, buddy. Haha.
Whoo. The rat
Oh man.
resists and fights and holds on and is looking to his counterparts, but then does fall to the ground injured and unconscious.
Oof.
1
Dang, I
point.
thought that 5
Two,
would
well, 2 points, yeah. All right. With that, roll me a dex save.
Yeah, we got this. That is
Oh,
that
wow.
is my
just,
dex.
Just what you need. All right.
Yes.
So I'll say that you are able to go before the rats.
Okay.
So
Can
you're up.
I? How does movement work here? Can I just charge across
yep.
the room?
Yeah, you got enough to kind of just head over and get to them. So yeah, there's 2 left that were kind of, they're just in
Okay.
the center of the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge across the room. Yeah, and just let him have it with the pick. Big money, no whammies. That's not what I wanted. There we go. That is small money, some whammies. Not what I asked for. Thank you, game.
The rat kind of moves a little bit out of the way, but still takes a scrape from the pick, and then rolls off of it. And then they look at their fallen counterpart. You say, "I don't know who you are, but we're gonna string you up." And he just turns and one of them
Oh, boy.
lops down with his
I may have made a mistake here.
club
Oh.
Yeah, that's a big
for a
mistake.
heavy
That's a-
7 points.
Okay, so the armor soaks 1, right?
Yes.
My hit points are 3, so it goes 3 into my strength.
Okay, and then you need to make a
Strength.
A save.
Yep.
Or take critical damage. Gotta love it.
Man, that goes a lot quicker than you think it will.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
oh
No!
so
Yeah,
close.
I'm dead.
Oh,
Not
The rest
bad,
of you
thankfully.
see Pick fall to the ground. The other rat looks around and let's see, it will do.
So
Gwendolyn 1-2, Ambrose 3-4, Bryn 5-6. That is Bryn, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We'll rush
Bad.
over to you, Bryn, and is gonna go ahead and try and bop you on the head.
yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Well,
Oh,
my
not
God.
only
Well-
does that
wow.
kick me out, that kicks me out.
Out, out.
Are you dead?
Yep.
Dead?
I'm dead.
Oh,
Oh.
A heavy thud comes down, and you hear this squeal
I was
as
trying to keep my distance.
Bryn then falls to the ground.
Poor friend.
oh boy.
Wonk.
That is
Oh.
deserve
bad
this.
news, Bears.
All right.
I don't know this is happening. I'm unconscious.
And so, as we come to this point in the combat, as Gwendolyn and Ambrose, either edges of the room, seeing Pick in the center, hopefully still there but knocked out. Bryn, same thing, but you could hear that was a heavy hit, and you fear the worst as well, knowing that they were already in some intense pain. With 2 rats still up, not really taking any damage, you are just hoping that you can do something about the situation. With that, we're going to take a quick break,
Oh.
and we will come back and see how the remaining 2 can fare in this
Dun dun.
situation. So, thank you everyone that's hanging out with us so far. We're going to take a quick break, about 10 minutes. We will be right back. Check out some of the projects that ourselves have going on in the break. We'll talk about that and some info on the game as well. So thank you very much. We will see you all here soon. Okay, we are back.
Well, some of us are.
Yes.
Yeah, some of us are dead.
50, we're at 50%. It's all right.
You'll really have to rub it in, huh?
Look,
So, as you had plotted your ambush here within this dome's room here, amidst the ornate carvings and relief of telling the stories of the ancient Axolotl people, you set an attempted ambush on these rats that had been patrolling the area, hoping to catch them off guard and take them out. Unfortunately, the incoming attacks from yourselves were not enough. You were able to take out one of them, but the 2 others, having their opportunity to retaliate, came in and went after the last incoming attack by Bryn. And at first, taking a hit on Pick, who had rushed in for a melee attack and returned the favor swiftly, knocking out that mouse, and then turning to the other incoming attack from Bryn. And the rest of you, Gwendolyn and Ambrose, fear the worst for Bryn, knowing that their condition was already pretty bad. But at this point, the 2 of you are up to act. What do you do?
Can I make it to Pick?
Yes, you could.
So, Ambrose seeing Pick go down and then immediately seeing Bryn fall to the ground, apparently apparently dead. Ambrose tosses down his bow and screams at the top of his lungs, "You rat bastards!" Goes running towards Pick to pick up his pick. And if I can, I'm going to take a swipe at the rat that is currently standing over Pick.
Okay.
With Pick's pick.
That'll be the one that's slightly injured. But yes, absolutely. Go ahead and roll damage on that. What's the? I don't know if you don't have that, Ambrose. What's the dice on that?
It's a D6, D8
okay.
if you're using it in two hands.
I will be manically swinging this thing with two hands.
Okay, you have the open paw slots for that, or did you pick up?
I've thrown down my bow. I'm like, ah.
Oh, because you didn't put on armor, right?
Right.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep.
So D8.
Let's do these. Whoop.
Very nice. So,
Ooh.
let's.
You will fail your strength save.
The last one I played, I had such amazing rolls on that stuff. I almost jinxed it. So, okay. You, with all the fury behind the swing, you just cleave into this thing, and this heavy, you just hear the whoosh as the pickaxe goes right center into the rat, and it just falls to the ground. You have to like put your foot up against it to pry the pickaxe out of it, as it just drips with the blood from the rat. Gwendolyn,
Yes!
you still...
My victory cries, "Your father smells of elderberries!"
There it is.
Gwendolyn, you at the edge of the room, you see that this valiant attempt by Ambrose succeeds, taking out second of the three rats. There's still one left who has not been attacked, but it's potentially up to you.
So for a split second, you catch Gwendolyn doing that like cartoon drop jaw, rock falls out of the sling kind of thing, and she's like, "Holy crap!" And then she's gonna try to attack the last one with her sling, which is probably not a great idea, but she's gonna do it anyway.
Slight
Yeah.
from the distance, and then the pebble flies.
And a 2.
All right, all better than nothing. As the pebble flies out and hits the third rat in the head, and it lets out a little moan in pain there, and it turns to the group, seeing Ambrose there wielding this pickaxe with fury, a little intimidated there certainly, but grips its club well, looking to attack. But Gwendolyn and Ambrose, you hear footfalls rapidly coming in from where these rats came in, pattering through. And you see from the shadows appear a figure dressed in, kind of ornate robes, and matching some of the guards and warriors back at the Empire. You see the face with the little antenna frills of an axolotl that rushes in.
Yeah.
Reinforcements.
And that axolotl, do you have a name there? New
yeah,
friends?
I'm looking around. Let's say Kodal.
Kodal? Okay.
Yep.
All right, so Kodal, the warrior, comes in, and Kodal, you are up to act.
Okay. Yeah, Kodal, yeah, definitely matches like the other people you've seen, especially like the warrior folks. He's got this like basically a bunch of like sort of feather work coming from up top, and brings out this sort of wooden club that has these little black spikes all around it, and it's gonna just whack the whack the
Maquaddle,
rat here.
it's called.
Yep, a Maquaddle. And yes, then go for it. That's
Oh.
a 1. Let's go.
God.
Ay, ay, ay.
You rush in and just the rat hears you come as well and kind of dodges out of the way. You still hit it, but you do not get the purchase you wanted on it. The rat then kind of takes a step back and summons the room and surveys the room, sees the fallen mice at the floor, but now sees that he's clearly outnumbered and thinks about his next move and is going to go ahead and attempt to escape and starts running out the entrance, out the doorway where Pick was originally stationed, and begins running off. With that, Gwendolyn and Ambrose, what are you up to?
Gwendolyn, you want to go first this time?
Nope.
All right. Ambrose at this point has lost all sense of everything and charges screaming at the top of his lungs with absolutely no regard for, secrecy or anything else, and goes straight after the rat's back.
Okay.
Ambrose wants to not just murder but mutilate this thing.
All right. Another swipe with the pick.
Oh yeah.
All right, let her rip.
It's happening.
Come on.
No!
I mentally called it. I'm sorry. I said you
Wow,
don't really need much, so.
Why,
But you need more than that. Unfortunately, with the rats rushing away, you are you're not able to catch up to it well enough. You get a swipe, but it unfortunately does not get the purchase you want as well. All right, Gwendolyn, you are up. The rat has ran off, and unfortunately, Ambrose was not able to get a full hit into it.
Okay. But he took off.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to. I guess
We just got a subscribe from Terry Jacks, so I will allow your role to be opposite of impaired.
Ooh.
Moth, what is that?
It's enhanced.
Fruit?
Enhanced,
Yeah,
yes, enhanced.
There you go.
So
Enhance.
that's an automatic D12. Well, it moves up to a D12
Okay.
Nice.
with your attack.
Well done, Terry.
All right.
Good
Sweet.
person.
Then I'm gonna try to do one last attack with my sling as it takes off.
The rat is in horrible condition. So
Enhanced.
Don't just...
Come on.
jinx it again. Jinx it again.
Oh.
Look at that.
Yeah!
That is, yeah. He's in horrible condition, and Ambrose, this pebble it trims the side of your head. It moves so fast and gives you some laser bolts in the side, a new dew next to your ears. But you looking at the rat, and this pebble goes through its head. It just flies with the fury, and the rat is just standing there like a statue at first, and then its body eventually slumps over and slumps to the ground.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Gwendolyn, excellent! I was able to put the soft side of his head right into the path of your rock.
Yeah, that's what happened.
What terrific teamwork.
That I will give you. That was good teamwork. We need to help the others.
Another Axolotl eventually comes up a moment after as well, and says, "Kotal, what did you discover of this noise in here? What is going on? What is wrong with these individuals?"
There are interlopers here. Explain yourselves.
I do believe we just saved your lives. You should be grateful to us, interlopers indeed. We are here on orders of your emperor. And every step, every word, I'm taking a step closer and closer until I'm like right here. Scent and all, including the dripping brains. Or the dripping blood off of the pick.
Oh, gross.
Kotal's gonna like sort of like brush past to go help the dying mouse here.
The other warrior that had came in rushes down as well and pulls out a little salve or something from a pouch and begins to feed that to Pick, allowing you enough to come up out of your condition and remove that condition of being injured.
Cool. How many hit points am I at?
I will say, go ahead and roll. Actually, that gives you 1 point. You're back up to 1.
1 point. Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh. Am I dead?
You just see this gray spotted axolotl looking down at you.
Are you God?
I'm Kotal.
Oh.
You're alive!
Nice to meet you. Where's my pick? He's like patting the ground around him. Like, where'd it go?
Yeah. Kotal like
Your
hands
pick
it
is
to
here,
him.
Pick!
Yeah.
Thank you, Kotal. Ow.
What are you thinking? I'm the one that vanquished the foe that failed you!
You did?
Why, yes! With a mighty blow from Pick's pick, I planted that pick in its chest.
Are you lying again?
Again? You insinuate the fact that I've lied at all. Pick back. I've added some additional blood to it, unlike you were able to.
Oh.
All right. Point taken.
No, he took.
Unresolved conflicts here. No.
The other warrior kind of cuts in, hoping to dispel this little bit of tension here, and says, "I am Atli. I've been following along as Kotal has rushed in. We were out patrolling the outer edges of the shrine here to see if we could figure out what's going on with these rats that have moved into. Well, we're not sure what they're after. We think they are maybe something with the Chaneque, working with them. But there is a camp and a hideout on either side of the shrine here with many of these rats. We just unfortunately do not have the forces yet to deal with them."
Well, how many is many?
Wait a second. Where's Bryn?
Many.
Bryn is many.
Bryn? Atli kind of asks.
Look over at Bryn's body.
Kotal shrugs.
No.
And you see that Atli kind of gets a little somber and says, "Oh, I see that one of you has fallen."
And he can't get back up.
Are you familiar with the Quetzalcoatl?
Not
Oh, what?
remotely. No. I'll like start setting, Brim's body up nice, like making sure everything's like.
What are you doing? They're not a doll!
Getting him out of the way and getting him away from
No! No!
so we can come back for him.
We're not coming back for them!
Atli
some-
cuts in and there is a very small chance, but this may not be the end of your companion's journey here in our worlds. And then he gestures towards the relief on the wall of the winged feathered serpent. It says, Quetzalcoatl, feathered snake. It is the creator, it is the god of our worlds. We owe
that's-
everything to Quetzalcoatl. Some say that it can be awoken here in its tomb.
Wait, this is its tomb? This room right here?
Past the, yes, deeper within, yes. But the challenge is presenting the right offering. And even then, it doesn't guarantee.
But you're saying that we could bring him back.
Potentially.
So, would an offering of a nice dagger be something to bring them back?
No,
Oh.
Quetzalcoatl is not interested in such things.
I think I have an idea. But you say we have to go deeper in?
For the
Yes.
tomb.
Yeah.
For the tomb.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, the tomb is actually here behind, hidden, if you will.
Oh.
And he goes up to that and shows how there's a couple points where you just kind of press on the wall and they kind of release a latch and that opens up. There's a rumble as the relief, the whole section at the bottom begins to lift up out of the way, creating a doorway that you can enter in deeper.
Yes, the door. I'm just gonna open that.
I
in a moment.
also, Kodal and Atli would have came in with torches. And if the rest of you are going to light those as well.
I'll pick up Bryn's body. It's like a bag of Legos.
Very specific description.
Yeah.
You head into the dark tomb. And you see more paintings that resemble the relief on the other side. And there's a even more detailed, colorful painting of this winged serpent. That just encircles the entire room, engulfs it. There's also you also see a giant serpentine skeleton that surrounds a central bowl in the middle of the room. And something catches your eye as well. Underneath that stone, you do see a ruby sapphire and sapphire colored feather that glistens in the torch lights.
Like, where is it?
It's just underneath, below the bowl.
Okay. So below the bowl, and then wrapped around the bowl is a snake skeleton.
Yes.
Cool.
Atli comes forward and says, if we can present an offering to Quetzalcoatl, they may rise, and as their desire is to protect the Axolotl Empire from any threats, cast off these rats, the Chaneque, if they surely are crossing over from their world, and perhaps as you are helping out to do that, may grant another chance for your friends.
Ambrose, bring
Yes.
out the corn.
Gosh.
But wait, We tried the corn earlier. It didn't work.
Yeah, but we weren't in. What is the name of your god again?
Axolotl.
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. We weren't in Quetzalcoatl's tomb at the time.
I think if Gwendolyn were to, make an offering of perhaps like placing her hand into the bowl, that may be enough.
I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna be the case.
Well, we won't know until we find out. Certainly, that would be better.
I slapped my
than
hand in the bowl. Ya happy now?
Oh, please don't. Guys, come on. Ambrose.
Nothing seems to happen, and then another hand falls on your arm, Gwendolyn, and pulls you back. And Atlee says, "No, this is not the type of offering that's
not a blood offering.
We want to give.
That's
no.
good.
No.
That's good. I'm grateful for that.
Fine. The corn. We saw specifically. It looked like they were giving him corn.
So Ambrose goes ahead and pulls out one of the kernels.
Set that in the bowl.
This works. Someone owes me. And puts the kernel down into the bowl.
You set that down, and the three of you wait in anticipation. But once again, Atlee comes forward and says, "This is the appropriate offering, but it is not enough of an offering."
More corn. I know you have 2 more kernels than you took from the rat.
Well, I don't know about 2 kernels, but here. Take 1 more into your little bowl.
Kodal and I were out patrolling, and at the hideouts, we noticed that there was a few caches that the rats had built up, which we do believe some of it does contain quite a bit of corn. But of course, there's the issue of dealing with them rats.
As you can see, we're quite the rat slayers.
We are not going through that again.
We've taken them out 4-1. I count those wonderful odds.
I think my collarbone is shattered.
You tell that to Bryn. Bryn gave us the ultimate sacrifice to bring us victory.
So, you're saying we need more corn?
I'm saying that Bryn is best, living on in song. And Ambrose reaches in, grabs the 2 kernels of corn, and they disappear back into various pouches.
Oh my gosh.
Ambrose,
Yes?
why did you kill that rat when it knocked me down?
Because reasons? I knew that we needed you to get down further and to take care of all the things. You're useful. Well, you appear to be useful. You haven't shown that you're useful yet, but you appear to be that way, so.
I will
Yes.
choose not to be offended by that. And remind you that you could have run, right? There's nothing between you and the exit.
That is very true, but I have found that sometimes in life, you have one shot to make things happen. And so I figured this would be it.
So you're saying you're not throwing away your shot?
Oh.
My one opportunity.
Demonetized.
That's all it takes.
Yep. It's just the utterance of some words. No, I'm just kidding.
Copyright. Not even once.
Sorry, I'm distracted by Kotal's picture. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll tweet that out later. It's amazing.
It is great.
Show me your war face.
So, Atlee comes forward and says, "There's the rat hideout in the camp that we have discovered. Both, I think, opportunities to provide in the offering here we are after. Just sitting on the edge of the the dark cavern where the mushrooms grow.
Oh,
Mushrooms,
That-
you say?
could knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. That feels a little dark. Never mind.
Now we don't need to certainly rush into a fight.
No. There might.
Kotal and I try to avoid that. Actually, we are trying to use methods other than just pure force.
Mhm.
So if we could maybe outwit these rats and draw
That
them
shouldn't be
away.
hard.
Are there perhaps any large rocks or large bodies of water nearby?
There would certainly be some of those rocks in the cavern at the edges of that.
This you said this rat hideout is it in this cave or is
It's
farther
outside.
away?
The
Outside? Okay.
Yes, we will exit the
the
shrine here.
Do you have a
We can-
vantage point you can take us to so we can look at this?
It's a good idea.
Certainly. Yes.
Then let us away. But not with Britain's body. Leave that here.
We'll yes, is that
It will be fine here.
okay.
Yes.
Didn't want to do anything disrespectful to
Although
your
it may
god.
be prudent, I'm gonna go back and grab their money pouch.
Seriously?
Quetzalcoatl will watch over your friend.
There could be thieves around, and we know there are rats, and rats are notorious about taking things. I'm gonna keep it safe.
They should not be able to
For
get back
Bryn.
into the tomb.
You said should, so I am just making sure of its security. So let us away now.
Lead you out of the tomb, and once you come out, the door, just seemingly on its own, closes shut, and you turn back and you see that it's very hard to see where it was to begin with. You know it was there, but it fills right back in. And Atlee then says, "Well, step lightly," and begins heading out through the entranceway where they originally came in. Kotal, yourself, and the other. You going through the tunnels here, you come out into into the jungle. You come back out. You can tell you're lower elevation than where you started, and it's very dense. The humidity hits again heavily, and they lead you up to a little vantage point and have you climb up a little bit of a tree to look down on the land there, and you see this little makeshift camp below, and looks like a temporary structure, very makeshift, with lean-tos and whatnot from the fallen foliage and branches and things like that. And there are you see a group of 9 rats spread out about the area. There is also large crates and caches of different things, supplies and other things you can't inspect up front, but they seem to be guarded off quite a bit, so probably some value there.
What kind of tree are we in?
Jungle tree.
Yes. Yeah.
Does it have large things that could fall onto heads?
Branches.
Yeah.
Fruits?
You do see some fruits, yes. You do see some larger fruits up top.
It's not a bad idea.
If nothing else, it can certainly get their attention.
what we do.
From also up in that vantage point, you can see where off to the right of the camp, where it kind of starts to butt up against the mountain, and where very likely that's the entrance to the cave, the cavern where the mushrooms live. And as Atlee had mentioned, there is some loose rubble, rocks, and things around that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I don't fancy having to take out 9 of these things.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah, we barely survived the ones we did take out.
Some of us didn't.
Exactly.
But did you die?
Does it matter if I died? Somebody did.
What was their name again?
Ouch.
I'm just saying that we are here. They are down there. And we need them to move. So I'm saying things we can drop from here to cause a distraction. And what about those rocks?
Could also cause an avalanche of some sort. Rock slide.
What do you think? Is there enough over there to actually wipe them out?
Well, if we cause a rock slide into the camp, that's gonna destroy the supplies we came for.
It's not
Where-
gonna just...
Where did you say the corn? You saw the corn?
Probably in some of the,
Those
the
crates
crates
that are
and
being
things
guarded.
that they have, yeah.
Okay.
Corn kernels, corn bread. I'm sure the flying snake thing doesn't mind. So what if some of it gets ground up? We can still use it.
The issue is finding it after a rock slide, though.
Well, are we mice or not?
Fair point.
Not all of them.
Yeah, some of us are not. The axolotls are, in fact, axolotls. Axolotls? I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Axolotl, yeah. Atlee is... Well... Not many go to the cave, to the cavern. It's a bit dangerous to trek in there. But perhaps if you can lure the rats in, we could trap them inside.
Have you been in there?
I have not.
But you know that there are mushrooms in that cave, correct?
Oh yes, the...
So,
That
pick.
is what the tales say.
All right, so here's what I'm thinking. We want the mushrooms. We don't want the rats in with the mushrooms, because getting the mushrooms past the rats would be, well, not good. So why would we lure them into the cave?
Well, hold on. How much space is between the camp and the cave? Or
It's
is
a
it
good...
just like right next to it?
No, it's not right there. It's you know...
So why don't we go down to the cave and take a look, maybe scavenge up some mushrooms, and then we find a little hiding space right inside the cave. One of us goes and gets the rat's attention, and then we lure them in, hide in that spot, they go farther in, we come out, collapse the rocks on top of them, and then they can't get out and they're trapped in the cave.
That's the rocks.
Hick!
I know a thing about collapsing rocks. I was a miner for the better part of my life.
So were we all until we grew up and became adults.
No. With an
I
E,
knew it was coming.
With an E.
You know what? That is a great way to expand upon the idea that I had there. Well done. Well done adding into it. Look at that teamwork.
Indeed. What makes the cave dangerous? Do you know?
Actually, I don't. It's just
Oh boy.
tales of the...
Well, let's say we go find out then.
Let's.
Why not?
Atlee looks to you, Kodal, and kind of to gauge your thoughts on the plan as well.
I say, I agree. We draw them in and collapse the mouth on there. I'm not particularly excited to go into the cave, but if that is what it requires,
Well,
then so be it.
you wouldn't have to. We struck up a deal with a alchemist that was still in your great city. They wanted mushrooms for pips. If you wanted to come in, I suppose we would cut you in on the pips.
Yes, he offered us 5 pips per mushroom.
You know Daniel too? No, it's good.
Something like that.
No. I am all right, I think. will be.
I think we can... How much time do you need in the cavern?
It's so hard to say. I don't know for sure.
Well, Kotal, I think you and I can draw the rats' attention and bring them their way.
I think that sounds perfect.
As long as you can get them to head inside, give us enough time to get out. I also want to see if there's a way to set up the rocks so we can easily trigger a rock slide before we go in there.
Yeah, that would make sense. It would be better to know that we can do it than to find out we can't after the fact.
How about
You
this,
look about
though?
and pick. You would, from your background, you see that there's enough loose rubble here that, you know, it's more about it needs more than one hand. You know, it needs a bunch of hands to be up there to kind of spring and push this down. But you look around and you should have enough bodies to do what you need to do. It's just a matter of doing it and getting that stuff to fall in place. But once it does, it should do what you need to do.
I think we can handle it, as long as we have quite a few of us up there pushing.
Well, then, Kodal, if that's good with you, shall we go run from some rats?
Let us
Oh.
begin.
Not yet. No, not yet. We have mushrooms to pick.
We mean like literally right now.
Well, I'm just
Get over
making
it. Give us some
sure.
time.
Your people seem to be quite literal people, so
Woof. All right. Well, we're gonna pretend that you hear that. Let us go.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, the 3 mice head off to the cave as Kotal and Atlee, the 2 Axolotl warriors, head towards the camp to quietly wait and work to draw the attention of the rats, to draw them down into the cavern. The 3 of you head down and get to the cave, and there is just this, you just feel this kind of darkness almost emanating from it. Not an actual sense of no light, but a feeling. You head in immediately inside. You need to add some lights to get to see. But as soon as you do ignite your sources of lights, the walls and the whole thing almost like glistens as these mushrooms and parts of the walls, the rocks, reflects that light. It almost shimmers in a translucentness. It's actually very amazing and beautiful to see.
Wow.
Oh, many hands make for light work. Chop chop. No.
Carefully. They tell stories about this place. It's dangerous. And probably not just shouting into the wind. There's something in here that might kill us. So just go easy.
Quite right, but start picking.
We see anything else? Like maybe
Can I have chat roll a d6, please? Exclamation
is.
point d6.
Yeah. Mhm.
As Ambrose is just going out and, grabbing mushrooms.
Oh gosh, just going right in.
Oh yeah.
It'll be fine. Nothing bad has happened this one shot. It'll obviously be fine.
Clearly.
Just d6, Emily. Exclamation point d6. There it is. Okay.
A 6.
That's
Six.
a 6.
Either very good or very bad.
You slowly creep in, and as Ambrose is though just picking away and whatnot, Pick and Gwendolyn being a little bit more cautious. Shadows play in your eyes as you think you see a figure here, a figure there. But as much as you stay on edge, it seems that there's nothing that does come out at you. You are able to gather the mushrooms you wish, and
Gwendolyn, you see those,
seem to be
right?
good. So each of you can roll a d10, and that is the number of mushrooms you are able to gather.
Rolling traditionally goes very well.
Oh,
That's
Okay.
good mushrooms.
oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Not bad. Not
There we
bad.
go.
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
A
good.
little more cautious.
All right. Back towards the camp, Kodal. Atlee looks to you, and I believe they should be ready.
Or they will be soon.
Shall we sound the call?
Yes, let us begin our run.
And as the rest of you are gathering up your mushrooms, you do hear this yell from out and further up that you recognize as Kodal and Atlee calling out, knowing, okay, that is the sign that they're going to be coming. Kodal, what are you and Atlee doing to pull these rats towards you? What does an Axolotl say?
And Axolotl says, I was looking up like Aztec gods, and it's just first it's just like a yell, right, and then it's rats. Let us introduce you to the gods of our people. Tezcatlipoca has a grave with your name on it. And then, just getting ready. We're ready for it. They need more,
They all turn. They turn and they say, "What? Who? Mice? What are these mice doing here? Get them!"
Nice.
Oh, they're not mice. Yeah,
They're
sorry.
axolotls.
Axolotls. Yeah.
Same thing.
Which actually would be more appropriate because they're after the axolotls.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, "We must get them for the Chaneque. Rush now!"
confirms it.
And they run off and begin chasing you.
All 9 of them?
The bulk of them, yes. Yep, it does seem as so.
That's what an axolotl sound like. sword breaking out.
All right, so the other three of you know that you need to get in position. You rush up around to the top of the cavern, waiting. As you see Atli and Kotal rush down, and at the last second they kind of cut off to hide, and the rats seem to head towards the cavern. They must be in here. They're hiding in here, hiding in the cavern. I don't think we should go in there. Oh, get in there now. They're in there. We need to get the Axolotls. And they rush in.
Morons, every one of them.
Push!
All right, so give me strength saves.
All right,
All right.
please. I'm down some strength, so hopefully this doesn't go poorly. Come on!
I'm actually doing as I'm told.
Yes!
Hey! Oh, that's 2.
Oh,
Oh,
Ah!
but 2 really solid rolls.
yeah, super good. Pick, you know how to move some rocks, and you just get some leverage under one of them, and he just stumbles over and begins falling. Ambrose, the same. You find a super loose rock that just super easy, low effort.
Maximum effort.
Begins to fall as well. And Gwendolyn, you're over there, and you've picked maybe a bit larger boulder than you could handle, and it's really tough to push, and
Sounds
you're
about
struggling. And Atli and Kotal, you're down there, and you see that the pile begins to fall, and the rats realize what's going on, and you know that they're about to try and get out. And basically, it's that last little bit that needs to come over the edge to come down. But luckily, at the last moment, one of the rats does get out. And then the last little bit of boulders just fall down, sealing in the few others. So the 3 of you are up top, and then Kotal and Atli are down below with a single rat. What are you guys doing?
Going for that rat. Come on.
Quick point of order, Todd. Could we have at any point taken that 10-minute rest again?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't say anything.
That's fine.
'cause I didn't want to interrupt flow. What is that? 1d6 plus 1.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Actually,
no matter
you just
what,
get your 2 points back.
I'm
'cause-
full. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Yeah, Kotal, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think Kotal's gonna engage this rat. Doesn't want him to go and get other rats. I know that you mentioned that there are like other camps too. I was like, not dealing with that. So yeah, I'm gonna run up and try and go for him here.
All right.
Oh, okay. Huh? And,
Whack him.
I'm gonna whack him. Come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
still,
there you
that's
go.
solid. All right, that is good. Let's see how this goes. Okay. You come down with a heavy thud with the Maquaddle, that's it. Maquaddle, and just a heavy crack into the rat, and he falls limp, knocked out, unconscious from the hits. As you hear the cries and the calls from inside the cavern, as you can tell that the rats inside are doing the work to begin removing the rubble.
Okay.
While
guess
Gwendolyn was able to get that last initial piece over, she wasn't able to get, more than that. And so there's not as much rubble as you all would have wished here. So it's only a matter of time before these rats dig their way out.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Kotal will sort of motion down and say, we have entombed them, but not for long. Let us hurry.
And with that, Atli as well rushes up the trail, heading towards the camp where himself and Kodal were just at to draw the rats away. And you do see, as you come up, there are 2 other remaining rats that seem to stay back to guard whatever they have here, the caches here that obviously seem to be of some significant importance if they stayed behind to guard them.
Alrighty. More bogeys. Take care of these guys. Easy peasy, nice and quick, right?
They are on full alert, and they see you all rushing forward. So with that, everyone give me a dexterity save.
We'll give you one chance to walk away right now.
Let's go.
Nah, that's bad.
Can't win them all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nice.
All right, Gwendolyn and Ambrose, both. So everyone but Pick. Let's see if Atlee will succeed as well. So everyone but Pick gets to go first, and then the rats will go, and then Pick. So what's your moves? You are able to move forward enough to get to the rats.
Okay. Yeah, does anyone want to go first? Otherwise, Kodal's gonna go in there.
I'm not moving towards the rats anymore. I am, however, going to raise my bow. But before I loose that first arrow, I'm going to scream out, "We've already feasted on the corpse of the others. You're next."
I'm rolling for usage, sorry.
All good.
And I'm kind of hoping they're just going to break tail and run. I mean, they are rats after all.
You can see that either out of just their own resolve or stupidity, they're staying here. They have a job. They need to stay and defend their camp, and they anticipate that others will be showing up any time now.
Well, hopefully that first one is going to defend it with his face, because
Okay.
that's where my arrow's going.
All right, so you letting it fly?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I sure am. Clicking.
Make sure it's the
There it
name
is.
of the thing.
Yeah, there it went.
Very nice.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay, so Just is able to hold on. Looks in horrible condition, but is just able to hold on. All right, Gwendolyn and Kodal.
Gwendolyn, you got this.
Yeah.
Get him.
Just okay. I'm going to. Oh, that's 3 damage with my sling.
Oh,
Okay.
those dice are so cool.
And are you going after the one that Ambrose originally hit, or the other one?
The one that Ambrose originally hit.
Okay. All right. That will cause another save. Much lower, so. All right, that will succeed. This one, another pebble flies out from Gwendolyn's sling, hitting this rat, knocking it over, falling to the ground, knocked out. There's one remaining rat left. Kodal, you're up.
All right, Kodal is gonna, walk up, do a little like swing of the the muckle of the, and just go for it.
All right.
Oof, not great.
Hey.
Can't all be with yours.
Rush up, and in anticipation, the rat does put on a defensive stance, absorbing some of it, but still takes a hit. And then Atlee will step up, and you see him pull out a long, like a spear, and then this short little device, or a little wooden. It looks kind of like a rod that he loads it in, and one-handed, and it acts as a whip to throw the spear forward.
Nice.
Axolotls,
And it
they're
flies
so cool.
through. Through the air towards the rats. and takes it out. Just pierces right through the shoulder. That for 5 points. 3, 6. Okay. On the money. As the spear is sticking through the rat, it still is just like standing up, and it is frustrated, and it is going to turn towards Kodal and come down and slash down at you with its club in intense pain, but still hitting you for 3 points of damage. All right, the rest of you are up. Or actually, sorry, Pick, you are up.
All right. He's gonna like, I think I hurt my back pushing those rocks. I'm coming with the pick.
All right.
Hopefully he fails his strength save, otherwise it's gonna be really disappointing.
Hey.
And with that, you come forward with a pick and come down and take out this second rat here who's guarding the camp. And with that, the camp falls silent. But knowing that the others trapped in the cave are doing all they can to work their way out of that. So, time is of the essence.
Come,
Fine.
let us move quickly.
Let's find some corn.
You look about and you find multiple caches, multiple storage bins and whatnot, and you begin digging through those, and you do find sacks and sacks of corn kernels stored up for food, for whatever, able to gather that. You also do find some other all right, so each of you roll d6, please.
I have a little dice bar.
Okay, so we've got fives all around.
I was like,
Nice.
do we really all roll fives?
Consistent.
Wow.
That's
That
teamwork
is-
right there.
Ambrose, it
That's
was
a
one
little wild.
1d6 on Ambrose. So that's fine. A 4, we'll give you a 4 on that. So, okay.
How did I do 2 by accident?
You might have just double clicked it. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah, but I can
bad.
you can expand it. Look at it. So, actually, this will be hilarious. Gwendolyn and Kodal and Peck, you dig through, and amongst the corn as well, you also find a bunch of treasure. And you find some golden statues, and Kodal, you recognize immediately that they're of the look to represent the Chaneque. And you would know that these would catch massive value, maybe a good 400 to 500 pips worth.
Dang. Yeah. I mean,
Ambrose, you go over to a small little crate and crack that open, and you see this bright colored feather cloak. And you pull that out, and it just flows, and it's just beautiful and ornate and full of bright color. And it fits you almost perfectly.
Yep.
Obviously much nicer than
Leaner.
the rags that you have.
yeah.
Excuse me, this is my family's rags. I'm wearing the cloak, though. I'm putting it right on. I
Okay.
don't even care.
That's a cursed item for sure.
And Atlee and Kodal, you would know this too, but Atlee would lean over and kind of just whisper, says, well, he could have probably caught 50 or so pips for that, but
Let them have it.
I'd say it's a bit
Indeed.
soiled now.
Yeah.
yeah.
These statues that we found, do they take up like a single inventory slot or something?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think anybody would be encumbered at this point, right?
I mean, I have
At
one
all, right?
inventory slot left.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah. So in that case, if you do fill up, so if you get injured would be a spot that you'd put on there.
Yeah.
then you
Okay.
would be encumbered in that situation.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
Wait,
All right.
does our bric-a-brac takes up a slot as well, right?
I think it technically does.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, mine's already on there, so
Okay.
I'm full.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you do have these sacks of corn that you have to bring as well.
All right, let's get out of here.
There's
Oh, right.
Kodal and Atlee can grab one. There's a couple more though. So if Ambrose and Gwendolyn, do you have extra slots available?
I do. I can leave my warhammer.
I haven't. I have extra slots.
I have 3 extra slots right now in my bag.
Okay.
Okay.
And also, as we are ransacking the village, I would also like to set everything on fire.
It's a jungle. It won't burn down.
The huts will burn.
The Amazon.
Yeah.
The huts will burn.
The Amazon can't catch on fire, can it?
Yeah, it's a rainforest, you know.
Yeah, rainforest. It's literally in the name.
Yeah.
Way too soon, y'all. Way
You'd have
too
thought.
soon.
Yeah.
You're the one lighting stuff on fire.
Right?
You hear this popping behind you as some of the other caches of corn you weren't able to grab begin to pop under the flames.
And it was on that day that Ambrose Deer Rider invented popcorn.
Oh.
Maze, what's that? Hot butter popcorn. So,
Perfect.
with that, you head back towards the shrine and the tomb. As you can begin to hear the yells more pronounced from the rats down below at the cave.
Yeah, let's make like a rat and get the hell out of here.
All right. So you grab the with the corn, you rush back to the tomb, and once inside, Atlee once again opens up the tomb door, pressing a secret button there that lifts that up once again, and you come inside, and once again you see your fallen companion there, Bryn, laying before you. The serpent's skeletons wrapped around the bowl, waiting for an offering.
Oofa doofa.
Ambrose, without even missing a beat, walks straight up to the altar and drops his sack of corn right into the bowl.
Character
Hey, we-
development. Look at that.
Yeah.
Ow.
Oh.
He's learning.
It does spill in. You hear the tinks of the kernels hitting, and it definitely doesn't fill up the bowl. It's there's a lot there, but it does not fill that up yet.
Let's keep.
Quick, someone go
Pouring
grab the
it in.
popcorn. It's bigger.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Kodal pour all his in as well.
All right, 2 bags. Gwendolyn, throwing any of yours in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you throw, and at this point, the bowl is almost full. It's filled quite a bit. You stand back, and you can see in the 2 axolotls, Kodal, you would definitely probably give this expression off, but Atlee for sure just sits in anticipation as the corn seems to almost glisten and glitter and glow in a light you're not sure where it seems to appear, and the skeleton serpent on the ground begins to slowly move and animate and spiral and spin around the bowl slowly, and then it turns and then like continues spinning, but then goes up into the air, and as it does, it begins to further materialize as it builds out its flesh and muscle and flesh, and then the feathers and wings that come out. These bright, that match the color of the feather that lays there underneath the bowl. These ruby and emerald colors, just bright, and it gives off this bright emanating presence that's almost blinding. Atlee is initially very, very drawn back in anticipation of the presence of this being. And Quetzalcoatl then comes up and makes one last turn and then rears up, looking down at all of you.
Everyone be cool.
Be chill,
Why
guys.
have you awoken me?
Quetzalcoatl, we have found interlopers within your tomb, and we are here to aid your people.
Who threatens the Axolotl Empire?
Oh, I'm blanking on the
On the name of the.
The
name
Chaneque.
of the Chaneque.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
The Chaneque, with help from rats.
Are you not rats yourself?
No, we're mice.
You would think that an almighty, deity would know this, but
He probably does. He's just fucking with us.
That is very possible.
the feathered serpent turns towards the two axolotls and says, "Have these three proven themselves worthy of assisting the Axolotl Empire?"
It has taken time, but I would say that they have proven themselves.
All but that one in the feather cloak, right?
Yeah, except for that guy.
And what about this one on the ground, this fallen companion?
A noble sacrifice in their quest. But their companions say this one was taken too soon.
The serpent begins swirling around in the room a little bit, and the light pulses, and it stops, looks down at you, and you see his eyes, like the eyes almost kind of like roll back in its head just into a glossy, almost reflective look. And then they come back. And I can sense the troublesome Fae. And their counterparts that work with them. We will need to put a stop to this. I can handle the Chaneque. I will send them back, seal them in their world. But I will entrust in you to deal with these rats, drive them away from our lands. And I will grant you return of your friends to assist in this endeavor. And the serpent then spirals and spirals again through the room, and then dives like into the corn, but it doesn't like splash out. It just like goes into that space, and it glows brightly, and then just almost so bright that it almost disappears from view. And as it comes back, as the light returns, you hear a gasp of air, as then Bryn seems to come to life. There in the room, the serpent skeleton back where it was to begin with.
Dun dun.
Bryn, you all right, buddy?
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Well, you were dead.
No, they were just sleeping. Did you have good dreams?
Yeah, tell us, what did you see?
You don't want to know.
Oh God.
You do have in your hand, Bryn, as you come to, you see a feather that's in your hand, ruby and emerald color, just beautiful. It glistens in the torchlight. And you have a feeling as well that this is probably worth a lot.
Let's go.
But maybe, given what it's provided, not something you'd put a price on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Sweet. All right. Well,
Is Quetzalcoatl? He's gone, right? They're gone.
Yes.
Okay.
just a
Yep.
little body now.
Atlee comes forward. And you can see still on his face and Kodo's face that, like, they're in awe that they experienced this. You can tell that this is essentially a thing of legend, but it happened. And they then turn to you all, and turn to you, Bryn, and say, we have not gotten much support from the Emperor to come out and try and rid the city, the village of these rats. The reports were just thought of as rumors. But we have the evidence now, and I think if you are willing to at least present the feather as a sign of what we witnessed, it will prove that we need to send our warriors out to dispel the rats.
I'm happy to. This feather, after all, does belong to one of your highest deities. Who am I to take that from you?
It will be greatly appreciated, and I think will more than solidify the relationship with the Mouse Kingdom.
Oh yeah, that's why we're here.
With that, they escort along with you back out through the shrine. There's no trouble on the way back. You head out eventually through that snake head skull at the very beginning. Come out and you can see there's something that you notice about that entrance to the shrine. The dark evil face that was there is subdued. And it looks a little more dull, and it seems that there's like growth over top, like moss and other foliage. And Kotal and Atlee look at that and observe that. It says, it seems that Quetzalcoatl worked quickly. The Chaneque should not be returning to our world anytime soon.
Well,
See that? We vanquished them! And with that, Ambrose reaches into one of his pockets, pulls out a pie, and throws it at the face.
oh.
Hits with a slap and then slowly slides down.
Where'd you get that?
How did that even fit in your pocket?
There's a great many things I can do.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Once again, that might be a train of thought best left unpursued.
You make the trek back towards the village, and Bryn, as you just kind of hold this feather out, everyone in town is just in awe. They don't believe it. You can tell that it means something. And you head up and you are able to you go and meet with the Emperor and show him the trophy that you've just found. And he immediately is just very receptive to the claims here that he needs to send the warriors out to deal with the rats. He says, I thank you all for your help. and bringing to light this situation that I was too blind to see initially. I will send word back to your kingdom that our relationship will definitely be off to a great start.
That's great.
Oh.
Wonderful. Thank
He
you.
rewards you with 500 pips
What?
Each
to the group.
to the group. Split it.
It's all right. I'll hold on to it for safekeeping.
Uh-huh.
I pick out 125 pips. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm also gonna take that. Oh, we should go. We should give the mushrooms to the alchemist. Hi.
Aquatly, yes.
Yes.
I will also, before we leave, I will say, one final token of our friendship, and hold out the feather.
Okay. You gonna hand that over?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bryn dies immediately.
yeah. If
The-
that's what happens, I mean, it's fine.
The Emperor is so taken aback that you would offer that. You can tell that he recognizes what that means, whatnot,
Yeah.
and make sure that you do want to offer that up.
Easy.
He says, if you really want to hand this over, I would be forever grateful. But I certainly will not let you go with a proper exchange. And he turns and he motions to somebody, and you bring over, somebody's carrying over a case, a heavy case, and you can hear the jingling inside. And says, please, this is maybe not even close to what the value of this feather is, but it is yours. And you open it up and you just see a pile of pips. So
Oh.
you've exchanged that feather for 1,500 pips.
Oh, wow.
Someone's leveling up.
Well, thank you, Bryn, for making sure that the party is well taken care of. I can't believe that you get that by, sleeping on half the job. So,
On your way out, you are able to go see Aquatly and trade in your mushrooms as well. So Gwendolyn and Ambrose, you each get quick maths, 400 pips total. And then 300 to pick.
Nice. Started with
I
3.
started the day off with only 6.
Yep.
Yep, I know, and here we are now.
Lots
Literally
and
more
lots
money
of cash flow at the
Than
end.
I've
Yes.
ever
Right.
seen in my whole life.
Now you can get some of that full armor. I think the
Yeah.
armor's like 500.
Are you kidding?
can't even
Gwendolyn's
afford
retiring, man. She's like, I'm done.
That's fair.
Retiring.
We do have a journey back
Exciting.
to the Mouse Kingdom.
That's true.
So,
Yeah, 500 pips for heavy armor. So
we'll be walking a good distance with a lot of money, so we don't want to advertise that.
exactly.
oh, you're right. I won't buy laundry detergent then.
The bandits will come up to the path and be like, this guy couldn't possibly have any money.
Oh, that was what was holding Ambrose back, was that couldn't afford laundry detergent. There you go.
Oh, and with that, you do head back to the Mouse Kingdom with your new relationship with the Axolotls solidified, receiving much more thanks and praise from your own as you do return. And that is where we come to the end of our adventure, the Shrine of the Chaneque. Good job, everyone.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was a
Good
lot of
stuff.
fun.
What a neat system.
Right?
It's really
Fantastic,
fun,
yes.
I'm telling you.
It's
Yeah.
the deadliest thing I've played in a very cute package.
Right?
Absolutely.
And I've
A
played
great combination.
I'm telling you, once you get into hex crawls and stuff,
Yeah.
oof, it's fun.
Yeah, that's I want to get in that for sure and get all this stuff. I mean, you guys were just fighting other rats. The Quetzalcoatl, so that they have what's called a warband scale, which is like a cat. would be a warband versus that. And basically, any of your attacks against a cat, like a warband, it just doesn't hit. It's a miss.
Yeah.
Oh
But
god.
their attacks
wow.
are always enhanced, so it's a D12 every time.
We would all be dead.
So what you can do though
Multiple times
is like
over.
you can basically create a warband yourselves with a bunch of warriors, and then they can attack it. And yeah, so
Nice.
there's a whole cool little like aspect of building a group of warriors and things, and super fun.
Fire,
So yeah,
BB guns,
yep,
all of that stuff.
yeah, getting that stuff. So super cool, lots of potential there. So. All right, well, everyone that's been hanging out with us tonight, thank you so much. This was super fun. I hope you had a good time. As you saw in the break, make sure to check this out. This is the Overgrown Shrine of the Chaneque, available on Mana Ramp Mats, itch.io. He is the writer of this. He's written a ton of other amazing content for Mausritter. The holiday one I did of a Not So Still Not. He wrote that one as well, which is super fun as well. So that, and then of course check out Mausritter. It's pay what you want, worth every penny, but you can check it out free initially if you want. But that is, you check out the system, super easy to pick up and run as well. Lots of great stuff there. So, but let's say hello to my wonderful players. First, thank you all so much for joining me tonight. And yeah, Luna, say hello, who you are, what you're doing, and all that.
Hey, yeah, I am Gamer Mom Luna. Thank you so much for having me back.
As always.
Twice in the course of a month. Like,
Yeah.
what is this all about?
Getting that regular status.
I know, right? I'm okay with that. So I am the creator and host of a little stream called Tales from the Tavern, and that's been going on for a couple of years now. So coming up later this spring, I'm actually going to be hitting my 100th episode. So
Nice.
that is very exciting.
Wow.
And part of my celebration, as I like to say, is that I have set some very lofty goals for myself in terms of guests that I'm trying to bring on, and managed to accomplish one of them already for 2022. And this coming Sunday, I am very excited to share that I have Mark Meir himself, the voice of Commander Shepard from the Mass Effect series, joining me on stream with 4 other guests, lots of very fun people. So definitely would love it if anybody wanted to come by and check that out. We take all of our questions for the panel from chat. So it's all stuff that people want to ask us about. We focus primarily on TTRPG content, but yeah, should be a lot of fun. We're there every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/GamerMomLuna.
All righty. That is fantastic. Wolf, say hello.
Hey, I'm Wolfie, 2012 Wolf's Blood, and I'm also one of Luna's moderators. And I have the distinction of being the first alternate for the stream Sunday night. So I'm not hoping that somebody, like slips and falls and, can't make it or whatever. But hey, I am the first alternate for Sunday night. So yeah, that'd be cool. That's me.
All righty. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Great playing with you. Doomer, say hello.
Hey, I'm Doomer. Been hanging around with Todd for like a couple years now, huh?
It's been a while. Tempest Feud days. So
Yeah. Go check out my Twitter. I'm working on some real fun stuff with the folks over at the Red Discord. It's like a play-by-post Discord West Marches thing for Cyberpunk Red. So I have that link over on my Twitter. And yeah, also again another shout out to Mana Ramp Matt. His stuff's great, all of it. I'm running Mayfield, which is their like collaborative zine thing. So good.
Mayfield looks amazing. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. But yeah, thanks again, Todd.
Absolutely. Thank you as always. My backseat DM for this game, because I know you've ran this a bit as well, so appreciate that help. Last but not least, Zed, say hello.
Yeah, hi, I'm Risen Zed. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter. I trying to stream every Tuesday and every other Thursday. Streaming mostly video game content. Someday I'll work up and get my motivation together to to actually do a live play of some system, some TTRPG. But yeah, if you feel like you want to see some very mediocre video game content, feel free to follow me. It's been great to be here with Todd and everyone. It's great to play with Wolfie and Luna for the first time. Yeah, I've been here for a little while with back from the Tempest feud days with Dungeon Jedi Masters. It's always great to have a little reunion.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got to get a full one in the works. So thank you again, Zed, as always. So yeah, I have been your GM, Todd Moonbounce. You are here on my channel. Thank you for showing up. You can find me on Twitter as well, at Todd Moonbounce. The big thing I want to plug, again, is my upcoming Mothership actual play, Dead Planet, which premieres February 6th. Yeah, gonna be a good time there, so looking forward to that one. And then, of course, I'm always just putting together one-shots like this as well. So if you want to join one, follow me on Twitter. I'm always reaching out, looking for other good players. If you have some content that you want me to run and show that off, I'm always down for doing that as well. So yeah, plenty of good things coming up soon, so just keep an eye out. Thank you again to everyone hanging out there in chats. Appreciate it, and we will see you all next time. So thanks again.